plan for Houston and the suggested time is September the 16th, 2015 at 9 a.m. Is there a motion?
Move. Second.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, motion carries. Councilman Stern, you have a point of privilege.
If I may, Mayor, we passed earlier an item with regard to the storefront for Spring Branch and working with Bank of America as the landlord. I think it's an opportunity for me to thank Bank of America for working with the Houston Police Department for these many years. Councilmember Bradford remembers how long we've been in that location, that storefront, and over the years, the bank has contributed space, at different times. Yes, there's a lease agreement now, but they've contributed desks and many things that the police department and police officers have needed. So I think that when there's an opportunity to recognize a good business partner, that I think this is an opportunity to do so. And Bank of America has done since the 1990s, I know for sure. So thank you so much, Bank of America.
Thank you, Councilmember. Moving on to item 30.
And there was a motion previously made, so all we need is a vote.
Discussion.
Councilmember Green.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, I want to thank the Office of Business Opportunity for working with us on this one. I tagged this because this particular company didn't meet their goals. However, they were not a habitual user of this. I know OBL has reached out to the company, and the company has agreed not only to increase its monitoring of this program, but also to get involved in one of the city's small business programs. And so with that, I will be supporting this item, and I would urge my colleagues to do the same.
Thank you, Councilmember. Further discussion? Moving to a vote. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
Okay, item 31, previous motion was made, so all we need is a vote.
Discussion. Councilmember Green.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, on this particular item, tagged it essentially for the same reason. This was a habitual, I guess, company that did not comply with, the city's small business program. I have spoken with the city attorney on this. They will be making the recommendation to suspend this particular company with a one-year probationary period and some additional items to be included in that suspension. With that moving forward, that probated suspension, with that being the case in here, I will agree to support this with the understanding that a probated one-year suspension will be coming down the pipe.
Noted, Councilmember. Further discussion. Councilmember Starry.
Mayor, I want to understand that going forward, there's a process in place that's equitable across the board here that is going to be, that all companies are going to be subject to, not at the discretion or the will of, once it gets to council, that any member of this body has some kind of input that leads to some kind of escalation, I guess you'd say. I want to make sure that we have a fair and level-handed process.
Councilmember, it's actually at the discretion of the director, not council. But my understanding is that there was a discussion this week about the way the process works within.
It must be even-handed, and it must be across the board. I'm going to make that very clear to the director that it must be even-handed. I will not have any director discouraging business in our city based on any personal relationships or any favoritism. So I want to make that very clear. Thank you.
Moving to vote on the item. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
Okay, item 32 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Councilmember Kubash.
Mayor, I looked at a lot of the backup material provided by the administration. One of the questions I had is, it's a 5-year contract with TD Industries, and I'm looking, their headquarters is in Dallas. Four of their directors is in Dallas. One's in Houston, one's in Tucson, Arizona, one's in Mission, Texas, one's in San Francisco, one's in San Antonio. I'm wondering, when we talk about hire Houston first, it just didn't seem to meet that criteria. It's not a Houston-based company.
Councilmember Nider's contract is a hard use contract. This was a request for proposal and best value, and this is the recommendation of the director.
I noticed that we, once again, we had evaluators, that there was no, there were no records given to council members of who the evaluators were. It just said what departments they came from. I remember when we had the contracts with the airport vendors, that I was concerned that out of all the 9 evaluators, 8 of them were from Houston. I think 5 of them didn't even live in Harris County. So I'm just wondering who the evaluators were. Because we're making a change. This is a 5-year contract for $34 million, and for 5 years. I'm just wondering if, you know, if we should refer this back and then bring it back, let the next administration do it.
Councilmember, I'm not aware that there are any irregularities in this bid process. This is the normal course of business, and I may have misspoken. I'm seeing that it was listed as a Hire Houston First business, although the contract was not awarded on the basis of a Hire Houston First designation. So I'm not, they must have a significant local presence here, but
I'll listen to see if any other council members have.
there are no other council members in the queue, or any council members with questions. It would be our intention to move forward with the vote unless there's further discussion. Favoring, opposed,
No.
item carries. Councilmember Kubal, voting no.
That completes the item.